Years ago, I had the privilege of being at a gathering in Ramallah, Jerusalem, talking to one of the four founders of Hamas. I was taken by some friends, and he was agitated. He'd served years in prison, solidly built guy. He'd lost several of his children. And at the end of it, the leader of our group asked if each one of us five had a question for him. Because it was a private meeting, I won't tell you what my question was, and nor will I tell you his answer. But when he finished answering, I looked at him and I said, "Sheikh, I don't like your answer. I really don't like your answer." I said, "But let me tell you something, and you and I may never see each other again. Not far from where you and I are sitting is a hill. 3,000 years ago, a man by the name of Abraham took his son up that hill. Please, let's not debate right now which son it was." And he just looked at me. I said, "We know he took his son up that hill to offer him as a sacrifice of his faith in God. And just as the axe is about to come down, God says, 'Stop, stop, I myself will provide.'" I said, "Do you remember that story?" He said, "Yes." I said, "We are sitting very close to another hill. 2,000 years ago, God took his own son up there and provided what he promised he would. Sheikh, my comment to you is this: until you and I receive the son that God has provided, we will be offering our own sons and daughters on the battlefields of this world for position, for power, and for land, and for prestige." He just looked at me, and the Archbishop who was leading the delegation figured it was time to go. So I was walking away, about to go down the stairs, and the Archbishop put his arm around me. He said, "Ravi." I thought, oh, here it comes. He said, "That was of God." I said, "I sure hope so." And we walked out, and since the Archbishop was the guest of honor, the Sheikh was bidding goodbye to him, but suddenly I saw him running towards me, and he turned me around. Solidly built guy. And with 2 titanium rods in my back, I figured I was going to be history. He patted me on my face, kissed me on both sides of my face, and he said to me, "Mr. Zacharias, you're a good man. I hope I will see you again someday." And I saw him wipe that tear away. Do you know what's going on in the Middle East today? A lot. Can I simplify it to one statement? It's 3,000 years of history and the logic of unforgiveness. 3,000 years, or more than that, 5,000 years of history and the logic of unforgiveness. And what I want to say to you is this: forgiveness is so easily spoken of. You ask a Buddhist or a Hindu, "What do you know about forgiveness?" Do you know what they'll say to you? Karma, karma, karma. I pay my debt. I have to pay. You ask a Muslim, "Do you know you're going to enter paradise?" He'll say, "No, I'm never certain. My good deeds will have to outweigh my bad deeds." These are not pejorative statements. These are doctrinally legitimate statements of what they believe. You pay, you pay, you pay. Christ offers you forgiveness by paying the penalty himself. And so the elementary school teacher writes this: "He came to my desk with a quivering lip. The lesson was done. Have you a new sheet for me, dear teacher? I've spoiled this one." I took his sheet all soiled and blotted, gave him a new one all unspotted, and into his tired heart I cried, "Do better now, my child." I went to the throne with a trembling heart. The day was done. "Have you a new day for me, dear master? I've spoiled this one." He took my day all soiled and blotted, gave me a new one all unspotted, and into my tired heart he cried, "Do better now, my child."